I ordered a console table for our living room, and I found one that I really loved, the style that I wanted, but it wasn't the shade that I liked. I was fully prepared to still get it. When it gets here, I would just sand it and make it the color I wanted it. After opening the box, I think I love it. Well, life comes at you fast, and initially, when I thought that I had just skipped several steps in this project, I was humbled when I flipped the piece over and saw that cherry red finish. Well, we will proceed with the project as planned. And we are back. We are on, I think, night 3. And I say night 3 because I have to do this in the evenings after all of my work commitments and the extracurriculars that I'm doing. I have to then come in, and if I want to do this project in the evening and night is when I have to do it. So that means I'm only giving myself a couple hours a night so that I at least get some sort of rest. So this is another night. Now I do have the weekend ahead of me, so that's the silver lining. But I also need to be productive. I don't want to be doing this project this weekend. I want to be finishing and placing this console table in its spot. I mean, honestly, tomorrow. I feel like I'm certain about staining the console table, but I'm also like, should I condition the wood and see what natural colors come out of conditioning it? Because it will make it a little bit darker when I condition the wood. Not a ton, but just a little bit, because it is a penetrating conditioner. So, and that's my pre-stain. With that, once I condition it, if I do like the color, I am more than open to sealing it and calling it good. But I do want to get to that desired shade. I don't want to settle. So even though this may take me another day, I want to love the end result and not tolerate it, and then ultimately probably change it later. I love the character of the console table, especially because it's a mass-produced console table that had the vibe and the feeling that I wanted, because I couldn't necessarily find the console table I wanted on Facebook Marketplace or any of the vintage stores or thrift stores that I did go to. It could not be a coffee table with such great depth, because it's going into our living room, which I want to save as much space in that in the living room as possible. So I gave myself 11 inches as maximum depth. I brought my pre-stain conditioner out, and I got my spray polyurethane because I'm finishing sanding today, and I will be putting some coat on this wood today. And I just have to buckle down and do it. So I'm gonna do that right now. We're gonna get her done, and we're gonna be very happy with the outcome because we took our time and we did not settle for what was easiest and what was quickest. We may be on to something. We are back. It is time to bring her into the living room. And looking at her after a night of setting and being sealed last night, I think it looks really good. It looks really vintage and like it has some story. It looks like the color has already started to change and settle in. I'm noticing it on one of the legs, and I really do like how it's turning out and how it's starting to absorb the sealant. have finally approached the phase where we get to decorate this console table. And even though days have gone by and I am still in awe of my patience, I am happy that we have reached this point where I can really have fun and throw some things together to really complement our living room and the just accents that we can bring out. So I have a few things that I got from the antique shop from my periodic visits, but then also some other stores when I go in and I see something that really catches my eye. There's going to be a mixture of things, but okay, so I gathered most of the things that I am considering for the console table. I wanted to share really quickly my very recent antique vintage finds, I guess. So this wooden bowl, I mean, it's just gorgeous. They had some smaller ones, but I really like this one. And this was $6. $6. And if you looked for a wooden bowl at other places, you could be spending at least $20, depending on the size. So I found this little, I don't even know what you call this, but I thought it was really pretty. I gravitated to the color before I even looked into more of the design of of its function, I guess. But this like berry, burgundy cherry look just was very deep, and I think it could be really good. It also reminded me of the initial look of this console table. I also found this as well. This was, I think, $8, but I really liked the patterns in the color. The color was very simple, but it has some very interesting details that you don't really see. So I would say both of these were $8, and then the wooden bowl was $6. And then those cabinet, those knobs were, for 4 of them, $7. One thing is for certain when decorating this console table. I want this here. I got this lamp from the antique store right around the corner from my home, and I do frequent that place. So before I bought it, I took a picture of it, and I wanted to figure out where would it go. It was gorgeous. I knew I had to have it, but I didn't want to just buy it just because. And then obviously when I decided I wanted to get a console table, this would be the first thing I put on the table, and then I could just decorate around it. It just worked out, I think. I had so much fun decorating this console table, just playing with the different things that I was able to pick up from the antique store, and I think that I was able to really find a good design that works for me, something that wasn't cluttered, but not like minimal, right in between where I don't have to feel like I have to shove and clutter every ounce or every inch of this console table. And I think it came out really, really nice and I love it. I'm gonna, as always, I'm gonna live with it and see if I wanna tweak anything, but I think the initial design works really well for me. Another one in the books, so many exciting things to come. Winter break will be very, very busy for me in an exciting way because I have a couple of things that I want to do with various spaces that I'm going to be sharing along the way. So make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video. Let me know if you want more, what you do like, what you don't, and if you have any suggestions for me that I can implement and as I continue to explore the spaces in my home. But I thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.